All right, hello and welcome to this training on how to grow a car detailing business to over $10,000 per month within 90 days without experience. Okay, you don't need any experience in detailing. You don't need any business experience. You don't need a physical location to start this type of business. You definitely don't need the stress of a 9-to-5 job. Guys, you are building this for yourself. You are independent. You can grow your own businesses, dictate your own hours, determine how much you want to make and how much you want to work, how much you want to travel. Set yourselves up for life, all right? The world is going crazy out there, and if you guys can't bring in a reliable income source for yourself that is independent of someone else's business, then you really need to get this sorted, all right? So I'm going to teach you the A to Z guide on exactly how to get started, okay? You don't need any experience like I just said. I'm going to teach you all of my strategies, all of my secrets within this training, okay? It's going to go for maybe an hour, maybe a bit longer. I don't know. This is going to be super raw, me just spilling the beans, okay? Spilling all of my fucking secrets on how to start and grow a car detailing business, okay? This is no bullshit training. I'm sick of all these courses out there that are just talking fluff, talking shit, right? This is straight value, okay? So let's get into it, guys. Hopefully you follow along and keep up. All right, so let's get into it, okay? So how to build a car detailing business to over $10,000 per month in 90 days, right? This is exactly what I've done, okay? I built my car detailing business, got it to over 100K in its first year, and it's exactly what I've done with many students of mine. So the global market for car detailing is expected to grow from $1.3 billion in 2021, okay, to over $3.3 billion in 2031, all right? This is just insane. That is an insane amount of growth, okay? So this is a growing market, all right? This is a growing industry. The average household has 1.8 cars. If you go out and look down your street, you will see hundreds of cars, right? They are everywhere. Everyone drives a car. Everyone appreciates a nice car. Everyone appreciates a clean car, okay? And that's the exact value that we are bringing to the table when we start this type of business. So by the end of this training, okay, you're going to know the 3 biggest secrets to building a 6-figure car detailing business. These are my 3 biggest secrets to growing a car detailing business. This is what I teach all of my inner circle students. Okay, so I'm giving you the real deal information right here. This is valuable stuff, guys. So the 3 biggest secrets. First of all, you'll learn how to launch your detailing business with 0 experience using one core service. All right, you'll learn how to instantly attract clients and automate your lead generation organically, okay? You'll learn how to skyrocket your business to beyond 6 figures with a secret auto clean advertising system, okay? A tried and tested system, because I've dealt with hundreds of car detailers. I know exactly what works in 2024, 2025, moving forward with the future of advertising. And if you stick around till the end, guys, you will receive my ultimate guide to car detailing ebook package for free. So stick around to the end of this. Don't skip any parts. I'm going to send you this for free if you stick around, okay? I want you to stay till the end of this video, because only those that really put in the investment of time will learn this and will actually start this business. Those of you who just want the quick tips and tricks, you know, you're not actually going to be successful. If you want to be successful, you need to invest your time, you need to invest your money to learn and to increase your skills to grow this type of business, to grow any type of business, specifically car detailing type of business, all right? So this training is for you if you're someone who loves cars, okay? You want to turn your passion for cars into a career, all right? You're sick and tired of being treated like crap. You feel like you're capable of more, but every day just feels the same. You don't know what the next step is. And you crave financial freedom and you want independence. Maybe you already started a car detailing business, but you want to skyrocket your sales to the next level. Maybe you're stuck at that, sub $5,000 mark per month. Maybe you're stuck making around $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 per month. and you just can't figure out how to get past that $5,000, $10,000 per month. Okay, this is for you if you're in that area. Okay, because I was exactly like you when I first started my car detailing business, right? Now, this is not a get rich quick scheme, okay? This isn't for people, like I said, who just want tips and tricks, okay? You have to put in the work, all right? The results and examples in this workshop are only achievable and possible when you put in the work yourself. So in the next 45 minutes, you're going to learn exactly how I was able to go from zero experience, zero money coming in, and was able to grow my car detailing business to over $10,000 in the first 6 months, okay? By month 6, I was doing $10K a month. Okay, and then in the first year I did over 100K. I was able to go from 0 to 10K a month. Boom. Okay, so some of my students, like I said, have already been doing this. Okay, they've been implementing my strategies and they are working. Like I said, these are tried and tested. Danny, one of my clients, he's doing $15,000 a month. And Lockie, another one of my clients, he does big days, right? He's doing about 10K a month at the moment, and he's done single cars that are worth about $1,500, right? And some of his days are just huge, and he's killing it. Dylan, another client, is booked out a month in advance with $1,000 worth of jobs every single day, okay? So he is doing really well. Now, remember to take notes, guys, okay? The best way to consume information is to write down notes. Grab out a pen and paper, get comfortable, take some notes. Now, I want you to write down a monthly target, a monthly dollar target that you want to achieve. Just write this figure down. It could be $5,000 a month. It could be $10,000. It could be $20,000. It could be $100,000 per month. Write down a target that you want to achieve per month with your detailing business in the future, okay? There's no time limit for this. Just write down an ideal target where you think that would be amazing. All right, now, most people think it's too expensive and you need extensive training to get started, or it's really complicated and it takes too long to actually complete one car. Now, here's the truth, okay? You can get started with one core service that anyone can do using equipment bought for less than $500. Okay, you don't need that much money to buy equipment. Okay, you only need to start with the bare minimum. Okay, let's get into what you actually need to get started. All you need is a vacuum cleaner, okay, a wet and dry vacuum cleaner. This can be used as an extractor as well, okay, a pressure washer, okay, something under 2,000 PSI, all right, you can pick up for around $170. This is a Karcher, and this is a rigid vacuum cleaner, okay. Both these can be bought at a Home Depot or down at your local hardware store, okay. Microfiber towels, all right. Now I like to color code them for different parts of the car. For example, the exterior has one color, the interior has one color. I'll use microfiber towels for polishing. That will have one color, okay. So different parts of the vehicle will have different colored microfiber towels. A drying towel will also come in handy, but you can pick up a bunch of microfiber towels super cheap. You can never have enough microfiber towels. Highly recommend you invest in a bunch of them. Okay, window cleaning towels. So these are a waffle weave microfiber towel, another version of microfiber towel that you need specifically for cleaning the windows. Okay. And a brush set, a set of brushes to detail, inside the nooks and crannies, inside the tight crevices, inside the barrel of the wheels, something to scrub the tires with, something to scrub the rubber mats with, okay? You can use a pressure washer on those as well. And that's really all you need in terms of physical products, right? The next we'll talk about chemical products, but in terms of machines and physical products that you need to detail a car, this is really all you need. Now, there are other equipment that you can buy, like air compressors, polishers, things like that will come in handy later on in your detailing business. But right now, to get started, you don't need those. They're not essential to detail a car, to do a full detail on a car. All right, so now let's talk about the chemicals, okay? So first up, we have an interior cleaner, okay? Some sort of an interior cleaner, good for cleaning delicate surfaces, anything inside the interior of the vehicle. This is Express Interior Cleaner by P&S. Okay, next is a wheel cleaner, dedicated wheel cleaner. It's not necessary actually to have a dedicated wheel cleaner. You can use another chemical that I'm going to talk about in a minute. All right, but a wheel cleaner like Brake Buster, good for cleaning the brake dust off of wheels and stubborn dirt on wheels. A tire shine, okay, some sort of a tire shine to make the tires gloss, make them look nice, okay. That actually is one of the finishing touches when detailing cars. The tires, they always stand out. They make the car look beautiful, all right. The window cleaner, okay, this is True View, an ammonia-free window cleaner, right? You need to remember that, ammonia-free, because ammonia-based window cleaners can damage tinted windows. So ammonia-free window cleaner, okay? Some sort of pH neutral shampoo, all right? A high foaming shampoo if you have a soap foam cannon, okay? Again, foam cannons are not necessary, but they do come in handy, especially if you want to quickly lather the car in soap. A foam cannon will definitely come in handy. An all-purpose cleaner. Now, the all-purpose cleaner can actually be used for cleaning the interior. If you dilute it down, it can be used for cleaning the engine bay, can be used for cleaning the door jambs, can be used for cleaning the wheels, okay? So you don't need a dedicated wheel cleaner. You can actually use an all-purpose cleaner, like a citrus-based mild degreaser. Okay, and that can be used for a whole bunch of different parts of the vehicle, okay? And then you've got an iron remover, okay? And this is great for paint decontamination, removing iron particles off the paint, okay? If you're going to do a paint, clay wash and seal, or wash clay and seal, you'd use some sort of chemical iron remover, and then you'd also use some sort of like clay mitt or clay bar, like a perforated clay towel or a clay bar, okay? And those are great for decontaminating the paint. They're not necessary when you're just starting out, though. You don't need to offer paint decontaminations when you're just starting out. Now, this is what I'm going to go over when we talk about the one core service that you can offer. It doesn't actually include a paint decontamination, okay? So you don't need to offer that. But some sort of protection, like a bead maker, a 3-month sealant, this can be applied straight after washing any vehicle, and it just gives the vehicle a nice gloss, and it protects the vehicle for about 3 months or so. So some sort of protection is highly recommended as well, okay? And all of these cost under $500. All of those tools cost under $500. Now, like I said, you can buy there is more equipment that you can buy. If your budget is a bit more, then ideally you want to buy more equipment. Go for it. Okay. You may also need an extension cord, okay, to connect to power. Okay. You may need a garden hose, and you may need a bucket. Okay. But these you can find lying around in your garage most of the time. If not, pick them up at your local hardware store. Okay. Now, just touching on garden hoses and extension cords. Okay, now if you're in the States, it's quite normal to bring your own water tank and generator. It's not necessary though, but if you do live in an area where you're surrounded by apartment buildings and big townhouses and typically don't have access to power and water, then it may be necessary to invest in a water tank or a generator. Okay, but most of the time in suburban areas, you do not need to bring your own power and water. It's like a plumber or a carpenter or an electrician turning up to a site or to a house and saying, hey, I've bought my own power and water. Like, it doesn't happen. Think of yourself as a professional tradesman, okay? It's okay to use the client's power. It's okay to use the client's water, okay? If anyone questions it, you say, look, I'm here to do a $500 job on your vehicle, and you're questioning whether using $1 worth of your power and water is a big deal, right? I mean, you can take your own power and water, be my guest, but it's not necessary in most circumstances, okay? It's not a big deal. So I made all my money back in one day. I spent about $400 on tools and equipment, and that next week I went out door knocking and I got a couple jobs, okay? So it's as easy as that. Just to think about it, go stand outside, look at how many cars are on your street, all right? There are hundreds of opportunities, hundreds of clients, hundreds of ways for you to make money in this business, okay? It's an unlimited supply of vehicles. They're constantly getting dirty. It's a reusable service because people drive their vehicles. It's not a one-time use only, right? You get people on maintenance details. They come back every week, every fortnight, every month. Okay, you can start building up a huge clientele of maintenance details, all right? You want to be careful with that as well, and I'll touch on that in a moment, but let's get into the rest of this. So, when I was 18, I started my first car washing business, okay, in a small town center. People would drive in, drop their cars off for like 30 minutes while they went shopping, and would give it a quick wash and vacuum, okay? It was a traditional style car wash. type of thing. Now, the business did well, but I was under a contract with the town center, okay? So I had to be open 7 days and, I had to work 9 to 5, and it became a daunting job. I got burnt out very quickly, okay? And it wasn't really the type of work I wanted to do. I wanted to work on, high-end cars, high-ticket jobs, and just, I got worn out very quickly, okay? So after about 3 years, I ended up selling that business, okay? And then I bummed around for a few years doing odd jobs. I did some landscaping. I did some random jobs, okay? And I started, stressing out about what I was going to do for my future. I didn't know whether I wanted to go back into business. I didn't know what I wanted to do, okay? And I just kind of was confused for a while, right? Life changed and got more serious. I got engaged to my beautiful partner, Shelby. Okay, we're talking about starting a family. We got a mortgage on a house. Things just got serious. And I realized, that I was not in a very good financial position back then. And I was like, what do I do? I want to go traveling around the world. I want to be able to provide for my future family. I want to be able to earn money. I was stressing about all these things because I was doing odd jobs and wasn't making ends meet. I was starting to really stress out. So now I realized that, I'd sort of been going with the flow for too long, and that it was time to take control of my life and actually get things going again, right? So I started my second car detailing business, okay? And I quickly grew that simply because I used what I'd learned from the car wash days, the systems and all the strategies, okay? Marketing had changed. The way marketing or the platforms where you market your business had changed, but the fundamental techniques, the fundamental strategies were still the same. So I took what I'd learned and I started a mobile car detailing business, and I quickly grew that. So I went from $0, all right, starting from scratch again, all the way to $10,000 within 6 months. Per month, right? $10,000 per month within 6 months, okay? And you can do the same. So this one core service, okay, I call it the deluxe detail, all right? This is what I call the one core service that anyone can do, all right? You don't need experience to do this, okay? So while I was at the car wash when I was 18, right, those years, they taught me a very valuable skill, and that skill was systems. Having systems and being able to work on bulk, pumping through hundreds of cars, every month, we were able to dial in the systems, okay? And those systems I translated over to a mobile car detailing business. Okay, I just transfer them over, and that's what's given me the ability to be very efficient and effective when detailing cars these days. Even though I'm doing a better job, I'm not focusing on bulk, okay, I'm still able to do them very quickly and efficiently. So you see, the car wash business focused on high volume with quick turnarounds, which meant we had to have a service that was super fast, okay, and also provided amazing results for the customer. So it was easy for us to do, but it was also a great service for the customer. So it was a win-win, right? So all I did was create a similar system, okay, using modern techniques, modern detailing techniques, okay. I perfected it and ended up with the all-round best service, okay, that anyone can basically do with all the equipment I've just shown you. So you might be like Mark, all right, he was one of my students earlier on, and I taught him the deluxe detail and my other detailing strategies, okay, and he went on to become a successful car detailer himself. Now you can stop the video and read this if you want. But that's his testimonial, okay? So the one core service, the deluxe detail, it includes the wheels, the door frames or door jambs if you're in the States, the body of the car, okay, the dash, the console, the door panels, so all interior of the vehicle, okay, windows inside and out, vacuum seats and carpets, and that's it, okay? That's all it is, okay? That's all it is to complete this detail. Now, also, you can add on protection to the exterior if you want to add a sealant and add some more value to the customer. Add some sort of sealant to the exterior after it's been washed. But then it kind of includes is what's included in the body of the car. Okay, when I say body of the car, I mean everything to do with the exterior of the vehicle. So let's watch a quick video on the deluxe detail and how I actually perform it. This is how to complete a deluxe detail. First, I rinse the car, removing all loose dirt and debris. Then I'll start on the wheels by spraying an iron remover first, and after about 1 minute, I'll wash it off. Next, I'll spray the wheel with brake buster, which creates a lather of soap and breaks down any remaining dirt and grime. Then I'll use a long wheel brush to agitate the barrel of the wheel. Next, I'll scrub the tire using a handheld brush, then use a detailing brush to agitate the tight areas of the wheel like the lug nuts. And then finally, I'll rinse the wheel clean. Moving on to the door frames, I'll start on the driver's side, soaking the door frame with soap and then agitating with a detailing brush. Then I'll rinse and then dry with a microfiber towel. I'll repeat the process on all door frames, including the boot. The next stage is pre-washing the car using shampoo, or if it's really dirty, you can use a mild degreaser diluted down. I'll let it dwell for a couple of minutes to let it work and break down the dirt. Then I'll rinse all the soap off along with all the dirt and grime. Next is to hand wash the car. First, I'll apply the soap to the whole car again and grab 2 microfiber towels. I'll fold them in half and in half again, giving you 8 sides. I'll start washing from the top down to the bonnet and around to the back, only focusing on one half of the car at a time. Once one side of the towel gets dirty, I'll flip it to a clean side. This saves time by not going back and forth to a wash bucket, which is the traditional way. Next is to rinse all the soap off, leaving the car clean. The next stage is to dry the car completely using a microfiber towel. The final step on the exterior is dressing the tires. I'm using a pad here, but you can also use a microfiber too. Moving on to the interior now, I'll start on the driver's side and start the interior wipe down using my interior cleaner, detailing brush, and microfiber towel. I'll pay extra attention to the steering wheel and the center console as those areas are generally the most dirty. I'll move around the car one section at a time, moving the seats if needed. The idea is to spray the cleaner and then agitate with a detailing brush and then wipe clean with a microfiber towel. The next stage is cleaning the windows. I'll spray a light mist over the window and wipe dry with a waffle weave microfiber towel. I'll repeat this process twice on each window for the best results. And it's also best to work in shade if possible. The last step is to vacuum the whole car. I'll start on one side and move the seat all the way back for the best access. I'll take the mats out, vacuum from the top of the seat all the way down to the carpets, and then vacuum the mat and place the mat back into the car. I'll work in one section at a time and move around the car. Once the vacuuming is complete, I'll double check all my work, and that's the deluxe detail complete. So you see, you just need a system to follow, and once you have a system dialed in, it gets very easy to detail a car. It shouldn't be overwhelming. It only takes you a couple jobs before you really understand the process and you get comfortable with it and you'll start getting faster at it. So you might be like Gordon here, who started the Auto Clean Details Academy, one of my students, and has learned the deluxe system, and this is what he has to say.
I've been detailing cars for less than a month now, and the Auto Clean course has helped me become so much more efficient with the way I detail. So before I even got into detailing, I spent about 2 weeks on YouTube, like endless nights, just researching on how to do things correctly and what sort of products I wanted in my inventory. And I wish I got started on the Auto Clean course earlier, because 1, it would have saved me a lot of money, and 2, it would have saved me a lot of time. The way Aaron just explains things in the step-by-step videos is short, sweet, and simple. So, man, I want to thank you so much, because I'm a visual learner and I learn best by watching, and you've just made things so much more better for me.
So, if you're wondering how profitable this is a very profitable business to start. Very high profit margins. The biggest expense is your time. So I want to talk about some hypothetical examples of what you could expect to be earning, right? So if you're doing 5 cars per week at $200 each, that would equal $1,000 per week, or $52,000 per year, okay? If you're doing 10 cars per week at $200 each, that would equal $2,000 per week, or $104,000 per year, okay? Now, if you're doing 20 cars per week at $200 each, that would equal $4,000 per week, okay, or $208,000 per year. Now, you're probably going 20 cars per week, that's a lot, okay? But you know what? What isn't a lot? $200 for a detail. That is not a lot of money for a car detail. The average detail is around $300 to $400, okay? Plus, if you're doing paint enhancements, ceramic coatings, the ticket of the cars, the ticket of the services goes all the way up. Okay, so let me give you some more hypothetical examples with an average job of $400 per car. Okay, if you did 5 cars per week at $400 per car, that would be $2,000 per week, or $104K per year. You only need to do 5 cars per week at $400 each to reach $104,000 per year. 10 cars per week at $400 each, $4,000 per week, or $200,000 per year. Guys, you only need 10 cars per week at $400 each to reach $200K. A $200,000 business, right? 20 cars per week at $400K each, 8K per week, almost $500,000 per year, right? This can be a multi-million-dollar business. And if you think I'm lying, then I want to refer you to a podcast. Now, this podcast I actually haven't done yet. It is scheduled in a couple of weeks from the date of this recording. But the guy who I'm going to be sitting down with, he runs a detailing business over in the UK doing £75,000 every month. Okay? Now, to put that in perspective, he's doing over $1 million every year. $1 million every year. Very, very profitable. All right, should you start as a mobile car detailer or a shop? All right, highly recommend starting as a mobile car detailer. The reason is the cost of entry is so much less. Okay, you can start with your daily driver. You don't need a van to have all your equipment and carry it around. Okay, it's convenient to the customer. Okay, and you don't have ongoing expenses that are associated with setting up a shop. Okay, it's much more expensive to set up a shop. You need the right lighting, you need maybe temperature control, you need irrigation, electricity set up, so you've got ongoing electrical bills, you've got ongoing lease bills, okay, to actually lease the shop. All right, so there's a bunch of ongoing expenses associated. So if you go away for a month, you still have to pay for those things, right? Whereas if you just start as a mobile detailer, if you stop working, you go away, you don't actually have any ongoing expenses, okay? So it's a much better structure to start with. And then eventually, you can move into a shop. Once you've built up your business, you've built up reputation, you've got a client base of consistent customers, you've got money rolling in, and then it becomes a smart move to move into a shop, okay? Now, before we continue, I just want to check in, see if any of these sound like you, okay? Have you always wanted to be your own boss, but you have a fear of not making it, and that's what stopped you from taking the leap, okay? Have you tried starting a business before, but struggled to get it off the ground and ended up going back to something that was safe and is actually killing you on the inside, okay? That burning 9-to-5 job that is just dreadful, okay? Do you have a passion for cars and car detailing, but worry you don't actually have the experience to get paid properly and for it to replace your current job? Okay, well, I have good news for you, okay? And that is because everything I just mentioned isn't actually the real problem, okay? The real problem is you just don't know the following secrets. You don't know all the strategies laid out in this training, okay? So if you thought about clicking away, don't, because it only gets better from here, okay? I will teach you the next strategies that we dive into are how to get customers, how to get consistent customers, okay? So, very important. If you're going to click off now, you've wasted a lot of your time watching the first part of this workshop, simply because the last part of this workshop is the most valuable part. Once you know these secrets, you'll be able to start getting clients, make some fucking money, and actually grow this business using an unbeatable system, okay? Work with who you want, when you want. You dictate your hours. You determine when you work, how much you work. It's up to you. When you grow this business and you're the boss, you decide what to do. You're in control, okay? You'll be able to stop working in jobs that keep you feeling trapped and small, and get rid of that dreadful 9-to-5, okay? And actually live life on your own terms, okay? Being your own boss, okay? So, my story, okay? I'm an entrepreneur, right? Content creator, owner of AutoClean. You would have seen me online, okay? Seen me all over social media, okay? I'd like to think I'm an authority in the space. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to starting car detailing businesses. I've started multiple, okay? And I've also helped others, hundreds of others, start their own car detailing businesses as well, okay? I started my first detailing business at 18 years old. I made many, many mistakes, okay? My second detailing business went from 0 to 6 figures in 6 months. And now I show others how to do the same, okay? So, you can save years of mistakes and thousands of dollars spent in the wrong direction. Now, if you're watching this, you probably have a lot of the same feelings that I once did. You probably don't have time to make costly mistakes that most people make when starting a car detailing business. And trust me, I see guys making these costly mistakes all the time. You probably don't want to go to business school for years to be in debt $50,000 or slave away at a 9-to-5 job that you hate. All right, secret number 2, your first clients are people you already know, and building an online presence will automate your lead generation, okay? Most people think that I can't make money straight away. I need to get set up first, or you need to spend thousands of dollars on ads and other things and buy the fanciest equipment. Here's the truth. You can start getting new clients today instead of waiting months to get everything set up. So how do you get your first clients? Well, you need to let people know, okay? If people don't know about your business, then how are they going to know to use your services, right? So the first rule of marketing, let people know that your business actually exists, okay? That you've started your business, okay? You need to use every interaction with new people as an opportunity to get a new lead or a new customer, okay? Every interaction, friends, family, acquaintances, random people you see on the street, subtly introduce your business during the conversation, okay? It will spike interest and people will want to use your services. This is a valuable service that we're offering to people, guys. We're not trying to sell them some fake bullshit, okay? This is a valuable service. People take pride in their vehicles. People take pride in having a nice, clean vehicle. People take pride in having someone do that for them. So the 3 ways to get a new client today, and I'm meaning like you can go and do this today, okay? First of all, you tell your friends and family. The easiest way to get a new client is tell your friends and family. Why? They already trust you, okay? You don't need to try to convince them that you're an expert, okay? They're going to be willing to support you, okay? And it's going to be good experience. This is why I recommend you use family and friends first, because it's good experience. They already trust you, all right? And I'd charge them, 100% charge them. You know, if they're supportive of you, then they should be willing to support you and your business by paying you a small fee to detail their cars, right? Second, post on Facebook. And I mean your personal Facebook page, Facebook groups. Tell the world on Facebook that you have started a car detailing business, okay? Guys, you need to tell people. Okay, you need to get comfortable telling people. You need to get comfortable posting online, okay? So, the reason why I say post on Facebook, use your personal Facebook page, is because you already have a network around you. You already have a bunch of friends around you. You're probably already in some groups and communities, okay? You already have these people who are warm to you. They already have they already slightly trust you. That's the second place. You could say something like this, right? Now, you guys can stop this and read this if you want. I'm not going to read it out right now, but stop the video, have a read. It could be something like this. Copy and paste this, okay? Okay, the third way to get a new client today is to talk to local businesses, right? Now, what I mean by this is actually getting out there in the public, going around local businesses and talking to them, introducing yourself and your new business, okay? Now, the reason why this is so effective, okay, is because 1, it's creating brand awareness for your new company, okay, and it's creating interest, and the byproduct of that is you'll generate clients, okay. Now, my conversion rates whenever I was going out door knocking around local businesses was about 10%, so that means 1 in every 10 businesses I visited would actually get me a client. It's not scalable, right? None of these methods are scalable, obviously. This is how you start. Okay, you can't just expect to get a shit ton of leads come through and all these clients if you haven't actually got any proof, any social proof. You've got no trust points on the board. Okay, you've got no reviews. All right, you've got no social media presence. You don't have a website ranking on the first page. You know, you can't expect to get hundreds of leads. You need to put in the grind. You need to put in the hustle at the start. Like I said, this isn't a get rich quick scheme. You guys want to put in the work to get the results. These methods work. Okay? Go around, talk to local businesses. Now, another reason why I want you to do this is because it's a confidence booster. Okay? You need to get comfortable talking with customers, talking with strangers, okay? Because this is a people-to-people business. And most of the time, as a mobile car detailer, you're going around to people's private places, their private houses, okay? You're invading their personal space. You need to make them feel comfortable with you. You need to make them trust you. Super important. And that's why going out there, talking to people in the public gives you confidence, and it gives you the competence that you need to be able to talk about your business and talk about the services that you can offer. All right? So it's a great way to do that. This was my first client, okay? Like I said, I went out to local businesses, I introduced myself, my services, and I went to a random beauty salon, okay? And then there was a guy behind the counter, and he was like, can you do my car right now? I was like, absolutely. I've got all my equipment with me. I can do it right now. I ended up doing a $350 job on that vehicle. I think it was a $350, something around there anyway. And he ended up giving me a $50 tip and became a regular monthly client. Every month from then on, I went and detailed his car. Okay? That's the power of going out there and talking to local businesses. Okay? It's super effective. Okay? So, again, you will gain confidence. I know it can be daunting. You might feel a little bit intimidated by going out and speaking to people, but you will gain confidence. It's important that you learn these skills, communication skills, sales skills, okay? Very important in this game. So here are 3 important tips when you're first starting out, okay? Tip 1, follow up with people who express interest. So anyone that expresses interest, okay, they might go, oh, can I have a business card? Yes, fine. Give them a business card, but more importantly, get their details, okay? Get their details so that you can follow up with them. Don't leave it up to the potential customer to get back to you. It never happens. Guys, it never happens. You need to follow up with them. So let's just say you're going around local businesses, okay? You hand out a business card. Someone's interested. Okay, no problem. Hey, do you mind if I grab your name, your number, your email, and I can send you some more information when I get back to my house, when I get back to my office, whatever, And then they give you their details. They've given you the acceptance, okay, to reach out to them. They've said it's okay for you to contact them directly, which is very, very powerful, because now you can not only call them directly, you can send them SMS messages, add them to your list, send them monthly marketing emails, and eventually they become a customer, right? And that's how it works. Follow up with people. Number 2, huge tip, take before and after photos and videos to showcase your work online. Guys, we live in the digital age right now, and car detailing is a very, very visual service. There's a visual transformation between dirty and clean, okay? And it's very satisfying for people to watch online. So we need to be putting all of our work online, okay? Videoing and taking photos of all of our jobs and putting them online. Super important. Number 3 is ask for reviews and testimonials, okay? This is huge. This is massive. Okay, I repeat this again. This is one of the biggest aspects of growing a business. You need reviews and testimonials because this is social proof. Now, you can tell a customer all day how good your business is. They're not going to believe it. But as soon as another customer of yours says that your business is amazing, they believe them. They believe them because it's a third person. It's an outside perspective of your business, okay? There's no biased opinion, right? So social proof is a huge trust source, okay? And it gives you authority and credibility. So ask for reviews and testimonials, okay? The most important place to add your testimonials is on your Google business profile. We're going to get into that in a moment. Because next, you need to build an online presence, okay? Very, very massive. You need to build an online presence, okay? Everyone's online these days, okay? Car detailing is a well-known service, which means people are actively searching for car detailers, right? They know this service exists. You don't need to convince people that people need their cars cleaned. People know they need their cars cleaned, okay? It's not like you need to convince someone to do this fad diet, all right? You don't need to convince anyone on keeping cars clean. Like, people just know, okay? So according to wordtracker.com, 100,000 people search for car detailing near me on a monthly basis. You need to get in front of these people, right? If people are searching, you need to get in front of them. Okay, so there are 4 ways for car detailers to build an online presence, right? So number 1 is you build a website. Okay, you can use something like Wix, Squarespace, WordPress. Okay. Number 2, Facebook business page and other social media profiles. Okay, this is free. Number 3 is a Google business profile. One of the most important, okay? That's free. Number 4 is build other online profiles, okay, with directories like Bing, Yelp, HubSpot, also free, okay, super important. Then you need to optimize these profiles with local SEO, so search engine optimization, okay? This includes incorporating keywords, making sure your website's structured correctly, making sure all the information on your profiles is filled out correctly, making sure your NAB is correct across all your profiles, and that is your name, address, and phone number, NAP, not NAB, NAP, name, address, phone number. They need to be the same and consistent across all platforms. I've actually had my Google business profile taken down, okay, because I updated an address somewhere. And it was a nightmare to get it back, to get it reinstated. So make sure everything's consistent and correct. Your Google business profile, super important. It's one of those, it's when you search for car detailers near me, okay, it's the first thing that shows up. It's local businesses that appear at the top of the search results, okay? And then you can see the reviews, you can see my business here. Auto Clean Wollongong, a business I created, is at the top there, okay? So you're probably thinking, how do you get on the first page of Google? Well, you need to use keywords that people are searching for. You need to structure your website in a way that's easy to understand, okay? Titles and subheadings. You need to write valuable content on your website and other profiles, okay? You need to link your website to other websites, okay? But once it's all set up, once you've got a website, all right, that is absolutely... Once you've got a website that's set up, that's ranking, once you've got a Google business profile that's set up, optimized, and has reviews, okay, there's not much more you need to do other than update it a few times, add a blog here and there, okay, there's not much you need to do. It will start generating leads for you organically. So it's super important to build these online profiles, okay? Okay, secret number 3, all you need is a super smart sales funnel and laser focus ads to scale above 6 figures, okay? Most people think paid ads are a waste of money. It's too confusing to actually get working. Here's the truth. The key to explosive growth is a well-crafted sales funnel and ads that target your dream customers, okay? So let's get into it. What is a sales funnel, all right? A sales funnel is a series of digital steps designed to guide your ideal client towards purchasing your service, okay? So this is the typical stages of a sales funnel. First stage is awareness. They might see your ad, they might see you on social media, they might see something pop up, okay? And then they become aware of your business, they become interested, right? Then they have a desire, they realize they've got a problem, they want to take action. So how do you build a sales funnel? Well, this is a general sales funnel for a car detailing business, okay? You have paid ads and organic traffic coming to a landing page. Then the customer or the potential customer fills out a form, okay? Then you reach out to the potential customer, the prospect, all right? Then, okay, you call it, you send a call, you call them and send an email campaign, all right? And then you get the sale, okay? So it's landing page, they fill out a form, you get the information, you call them, and then you put them on a list to send them emails and automations, okay? And then the sale happens, right? This is a landing page we created for a client of mine who I helped them create, okay? It has a heading, it has a call to action, and then it has some copy and some nice photos. The most important thing with a landing page is the heading and the call to action, okay? So you want to make sure your heading is direct, okay, and spikes interest and also gets people to take action. There's only one objective of a landing page, that is to get people to fill out a form, okay? So you create a landing page. They fill out the form, okay? Then you call them and close the deal, all right? So that is one way to set up a funnel, all right? One way to set up a funnel. Then you send people an email campaign to people who did not buy straight away, okay? And you put them on a list and you retarget to them. So now you have your funnel. You're probably wondering, how do you actually get people into it, okay? So you need ads that target your ideal client, okay? Now, who is your ideal client? Well, it's anyone who would use your services, okay? Anyone who would use the service that you offer. That is your ideal customer, okay? So anyone that would use your services is your target audience. Now, out of your target audience, only 3% are in the buying now stage. Okay, so that means they have their wallet out, they're ready to buy. They're searching for car detailing services. So where do people go when they're searching for car detailing services, or anything for that matter? They go to Google. When you know you want something, you go to Google to try to find it. Okay, so 3% of your target audience, right now, they're currently searching for car detailing services online. All right, they know they have a problem and they want to solve it now. They're ready to buy. They're just determining who's going to be the best fit. Okay, 17% are in information gathering mode. Okay, so they're looking at your reviews, they're looking at your information, they're coming up with an analysis on your business to determine whether they want to use you or the other guy down the road. Okay, 20% are problem aware, but they're not doing anything about it. They know they have a dirty car, they know they want to get it clean, but they're just not taking action just yet. Okay, and then 60% are not problem aware. So they don't even know that they have swirls on their car. They're not concerned about the dog hair in the back seat. They're not concerned about getting their car clean. But if it came to their attention, then they would maybe consider it. Okay, and that's where we nurture them with paid ads and a good sales funnel. All right, so let's quickly talk about organic versus paid. Okay. Organic marketing uses social media, SEO, and other non-paid marketing tactics. It's a great long-term strategy, but it is slow and not always consistent. Paid ads can rapidly grow your business in a very short period because you can target your ideal customer using keywords that people are already searching for, okay? Or you can target people based on demographics, based on interests, okay? There's a lot of different things you can target people for. Now, ideally, you need to be implementing both of these strategies, okay? If you're running paid ads and you don't have a online presence, your paid ads aren't going to do very well. Let's just say you're running social media paid ads and you don't have a social media presence, right? People are going to lose trust very quickly. Same goes if you're only doing social media, okay? You're not going to get consistent clients. You're not going to be able to scale effectively, okay? And it's going to take a lot longer if you're only relying on social media, or if you're just relying on ranking a website, okay? It's a longer time frame to actually get results. So ideally, you implement both of them, okay? Now, what platform should you advertise on? Okay, let's quickly talk about Google versus Meta. All right, so which platform should you advertise on? Let's quickly differentiate these, okay? So Google is intentional and Meta is discovery. And what that means is when we advertise on Google, okay, we ensure that our website is in those top positions so that when people are searching, our URL or website will appear in those first positions, because only the first 3 to 5 positions get the most clicks. Anything after that, it just dies off and you don't get many clicks at all. Okay, if you're on the second page of Google, you're not going to get much traffic to your website at all. Okay, if you're in those first 2 or 3 positions, you're going to get all the traffic. Okay, I can't remember the exact percentages, but it's the first 3 positions, they just get the most traffic. All right, so you can pay to have your website in those first positions so that you can pick up all that traffic that's actively searching for car detailing services. Now remember, only 3% of your target audience are actively searching for car detailing services at any given time, which isn't a lot, but it is good quality, low-hanging fruit, right? And what that means is these people are warm, they know they have a problem, they want to use car detailers, all right? They need their car detailed, they're just choosing the right service. So if they click on your link, they fill out your form, it's going to be much easier to convert these people in over the phone. They're much warmer to the idea of getting their car detailed. Okay, and now Meta is discovery. So that means let's say you're scrolling on your friend's Facebook page and an ad for car detailing appears. It pops up, right? Creates some interest. It makes you go, oh, actually, yeah, my car does need a clean. It does need a detail. You inquire, okay, and then they become a lead, right? Now that lead is much colder, right? Which means they're not as warmed up to you. It may be the first time they've seen you. They're not actually, there's no urgency for them to get their car detailed. They don't have their wallet out ready to buy. They're just inquiring. They're just shopping around. They're wanting to find out more information. They're wanting to get a free quote. Okay, so it is up to you to actually convert these people over the phone or through your marketing messages, like your SMS that you send them or your email that you send them after they've opted in. to receive more information, right? Now, ideally, you convert about 10% of Facebook leads, okay? This is what we get historically. We get about 10% conversions, right? Now, Facebook has over 2 billion users. All right. So this is how you can target the rest of your target audience. Okay. If you pick up that 3% or so through Google Ads, great. Now you can pick up the other 97% through Facebook ads or Meta ads. Okay. Targeting them. They have billions of users, right? And Instagram's huge as well. Okay. So these are some results that we've generated for a client of mine. And I've tested hundreds of different campaigns, Facebook ads campaigns for car detailing businesses, okay? And I've figured out the campaign that's working best at the moment, okay? And as you can see here, this campaign is high performing, right? We've set up an instant forms campaign. It's high performing just in the last 14 days, okay? So you can see 25th of June to the July the 8th, 2024. In the last 14 days, generated 109 leads at $2.57 per lead. So he spent $279, right? $280 he spent on his ads, okay? Now he's converted on average about, I think, 12% or maybe 15%, because I think he's generated about 12, I think he's had about 12 or 15 cars, 12 or 15 bookings, right? I can't remember exactly, but he's done about 12 or 15 bookings out of these 109 leads, right? So if you do some quick maths, an average detail that he's doing is about $300. That'll be 3 times 15, like $1,500, right? I'll do some quick math, okay, because my math is horrible. 300 times 15 equals $4,500, right? So he's made potentially made $4,500 in the last 14 days. Okay, so pretty good results. Okay, let's just say he's done the bare minimum of 12. All right, so that means he would have done $3,600 worth of vehicles in the last 2 weeks, in the last fortnight. Okay, and he spent $280. Like I said, we've tried and tested hundreds of different Facebook ads campaigns. We know exactly what's working right now. And if you guys want to learn more about how we set up campaigns, okay, I've got a full video on that somewhere in the description maybe, or you can send me a DM and I'll send it to you, okay? So this is a typical ad, okay? You want to make sure you have a headline that grabs attention, okay? Click here for a free quote now. You want to make sure you have a compelling description, okay? You want to make sure there's a video, a good creative, all right, that's important. And a call to action, get a quote, okay? Now, if you want to see, like I said, if you want to see more about how we set up this campaign, the exact copy we use, the exact different ad creatives that we use, then go ahead and send me a DM. Send me a DM with the word Facebook or something like that. I'll get back to you with some information, okay? All right, so Google Ads will look something like this, okay? So this is a Google ad. You can see car detailers, all right, in this area, specific area. These say sponsored at the top, okay? You can see these are all sponsored ads. So when you pay for a Google ad, okay, your ad will be competing with other potential businesses that are paying for Google Ads as well for that top position. Now, this might depend on the amount of budget that you're spending, okay, and the amount of engagement that you're getting with the ad as well. Now, the key to a good Google ad is all about having a title, having a good headline, right, and then a good description underneath, okay. Normally, Google won't allow you to have photos, okay. These are automatically populated, all right. You can't actually decide on a photo. Google would just draw these out from, I believe, from your website or maybe your Google business profile. I'm not exactly sure, but you cannot decide what photos to use. It's all only the headline and the description. All right, so what makes a good ad? Google Ads, you want a compelling headline and description, like number one mobile car detailer in your location, 40% off, right? And then a description underneath that. You guys can read that. All right, so what makes a good meta ad? Client testimonials work well. You can use photos or videos, authentic video of you just talking about your business, the services that you can offer. And transformational videos, ASMR work really well, okay? These satisfying videos, People love watching these videos, and your target audience does too, okay? So educating your audience works well as well. All right, so the reason why people fail at ads is because they don't know their numbers, right? If you give me $1 and I give you $10 back, would you take it, right? Who wouldn't take it, right? The thing is, you need to know your numbers, right? The most important metric to follow is how much it costs you to acquire a new customer. No matter what advertising platform you're using, you need to know how much it costs you to acquire a new customer. Cost per acquisition, or CPA. Very important. It doesn't matter how much it costs to get a click. It doesn't matter how much it costs to get a lead. It doesn't matter how much it costs to get views on a video. What matters is how much it actually costs you to get a new customer. Okay? Let's say you spend $100 on ads and you get one client. Very high cost per acquisition, by the way. Okay? That one client pays $250 for your service, average sale price, let's say. You make $150 profit, okay? Now, if you scale that, right, $10,000 on ads equals 100 clients at $250 an average sale equals $25,000, okay? That's $15,000 profit. Now, you could do 100 clients in a couple months, right? But like, this is a hypothetical example that an average sale is $250. If you increase the average sale price to $500 or $1,000 when you start doing ceramic coatings and paint corrections, you don't need nearly as many, right? Even 5 ceramic coating jobs per month is an extra $5,000 every month. That's like not even one, that's one a week, just over one a week, right? If you were to do 2 ceramic coating jobs per week, all right, at $1,000 each, that's $2,000 per week. It's $8,000 per month just on ceramic coating jobs, and you're only working 8 days out of the week, out of the month, right? It can start to become very profitable when you start including these high ticket prices. That's where you guys want to get to as soon as possible, because higher ticket prices also have higher profit margins as well. Always test and measure, right? Always test and measure. Very important. So let's recap, okay? The 3 secrets to building a 6-figure car detailing business. You only need a few essentials and 1 core service to get started. The first clients are people you already know, and building an online presence will automate lead generation, okay? All you need is a sales funnel and targeted ads to scale beyond 6 figures, okay? Now, can you see how easy this can actually be? Yes, there's some work and some hustle that you have to put in, but it's not that difficult to start this type of business and to actually grow up to 6 figures, right? Can you see the possibility of where you could be in just 90 days from now? If you took action right now, where could you be in 90 days? Okay. Look, I'm going to put some logic into this video, into this training, because I really want you guys to start thinking about this, okay? And really start thinking about your life and the actions that you're taking and your future, okay? The average life expectancy is 80 years, right? Average life expectancy, 80 years. All right, in the Western world, okay? All right, and each one of these squares represents 1 year of your life, okay? I'm 30 years old, so I'm going to black out 30 of these squares. Those are gone. Those years are done. I can't get those years back, right? That leaves me with only 50 years to go, right? That leaves me with 50 years left. Okay, now think about this. We sleep for 33% of our life. Most of us on average sleep for 33% of our life. All right, so those are years that we can't work on our dreams and our goals. You can't build a car detailing business in your sleep. That leaves me with 33 years of life where I'm awake, where I can actually achieve my goals, where I can work on my business. 33 years left. Right, but that's not taking into consideration old age, right? Injuries, disease, illness, like just all these things that come up in life that you can't control, right? So it is less than 33 years. It's less than that for me. For some of you, it's going to be a bit more. Maybe you're only 20 years old. You might get 40 years back or something. Right? But what I'm trying to put into perspective is that this life is finite. We don't have much left. It's very, very insignificant in the scheme of things, in the scheme of the big bad world, right? We're very insignificant. So to make an impact, you actually just have to start working on your dreams today, right? You have to remember, and it's quite a hard thing to stomach. We will die one day. Like, as blunt as it is, like, we will die one day. And it is hard to stomach, right? I'm not going to go into it. So now you have a choice, okay? The first choice is you can just continue doing what you're doing. You've watched this information, you've learned this information, you can maybe use it, maybe you won't use it. You're just going to continue on doing what you've been doing, right? Or the second choice is you actually take action, okay? You take action today, you start working towards your dreams, all right? And you start building your car detailing business, okay? Imagine having a proven plug-and-play system that not only kickstarts your journey, but also scales your business to hit 6 figures. And what I'm saying here is that we could possibly work together. I have a proven system, and I'm looking to work with just 5 new detailers, one-on-one, okay, each month to help you grow your car detailing business past $10,000 a month in 90 days. Now, I'm not looking for just anyone, okay? I'm looking for action takers. I'm looking for guys who are going to grow their business to $10,000 per month. They want to do this. They're committed, okay? If you're half-assed about this, then you're not going to be eligible to work with me, okay? I only work with a specific criteria of people, all right? But if you do fit that criteria, we could be working together. I could help you. Me and my team could help you grow your detailing business, get it off the ground, and get it to $10,000 per month in as little as 90 days, okay? So if this is you, DM me the word grow on Instagram or Facebook, okay? And I'll see if you're a good fit, all right? Again, we only take on 5 new detailers each month at the moment, okay? That's my limit because I have a limited amount of time and I want to ensure that I'm giving as much time and dedication to each and every one of you that I work with. So here are some of my students, okay? Gabriel, who's been working with us for a while, he is now actually a coach inside the program.
Hey, my name is Gabriel, and I'm just filming this video for you if you're considering doing Aaron's fantastic course on how to start your own detailing business. I could not recommend it enough. In my first week, my business, Invercargill Automotive Detailing, we made $1,215, and I've just gotten an additional $1,998.38 worth of seed funding to help upgrade the business, upgrade my equipment, and really turn this into a livelihood for my family. If you're considering doing this course, do it. You will not regret it. Aaron is an amazing teacher. The auto clean system does work. And at the end of the day, as long as you're willing to put the work in, this really will be fruitful for you. I cannot express how thankful I am to Aaron and to the auto clean system and how excited I am to keep going. So please do this program. It really works.
All right. So Gabriel, he started from the bottom and now he's become a coach. And he's grown his business significantly, and he knows more about car detailing than I do now. It's impressive. Very valuable resource to have in the group. Aman Deep, okay, Aman, he did $3,500 1 week. Bailey Rodriguez made $1,000. He couldn't have done it without this course, okay. In his first week, he did $1,000. Lockie, he quit his 9 to 5, right. He does this full time now. He's doing about $10K a month.
Yo, what's up team? My name's Lockie, I'm 22 years old and I just want to take my time to say a massive shout out to Aaron from Auto Clean Detailing. I stumbled across your course a couple of months ago, bro, and dude, I'm absolutely mind blown after signing up on how much knowledge and in-depth detail you cover across this industry. I actually used to work for one of the biggest rental car companies, grooming the cars on a day-to-day basis, working weekends. And after ever signing up to your course, bro, I've gone off on my own. I've quit that 9 to 5 job. And dude, I am absolutely loving being my own boss. Just want to say, yeah, big shout out to you, Aaron, bro.
Ariel, he's doing huge jobs, getting cash. Okay, Nico, he's another guy, another client we work with, doing $850 worth of jobs. All right, these guys are all students that we're working with. The 14-year-old did $500 in 1 day, okay? This 14-year-old, I don't actually work with him one-on-one. He came into the course. He did everything himself. He followed all the instructions, okay, and made £500 in a day, okay. Well done. And here are some more results. Guys, you can pause these videos. The results are endless. I got lots of results, all right? DM me the word grow on Instagram or Facebook, okay? And I'll see if you're a good fit again. So what would your life look like in 6 months from now, right? So you might be thinking, I'm too busy. I just don't have the time for this right now. Look, when will be the right time? You know what? It's better to start this type of business when you're busy, so that when you're not busy in the future, you're able to grow it. And then when you do get busy, you already know how to grow this business when you're busy. You already know how to deal with it when you're busy. If your excuse is always I'm too busy, you're never going to achieve anything. Okay? Anything that you truly want. You might be thinking, will this work in my location? Honestly, anywhere where there are vehicles driving on the road, it will work, okay? Now, I know there's water restrictions in Europe, okay, other places around the world where using water is not as accessible. There are strategies you can use to detail cars. You may have to rent out a space in a garage. But if you're in the Western world, like the US, Canada, the UK, Australia, New Zealand, those main countries, okay, the strategies I've just taught, they work, okay? They work very well. You might be thinking there are already too many details in my location. Well, that's normal. Competition is good. Competition is healthy, all right? You can collaborate with these guys and you can strive to be better with them. Plus, if you implement the strategies that I've just taught, you will outperform them. Most detailers they don't actually know business fundamentals, okay? They start up, they try to get a few clients, and then they fail. And in fact, most businesses will fail in the first year. Most businesses will fail. Again, car detailing is a growing industry. It's going to be worth $3.3 billion by the end of 2031, which is just massive. So you might be thinking, can I do this and have a full-time job? Yes, absolutely. Most of the clients that I work with actually start this business as a side hustle, and then they transition into it full-time, okay? So I don't recommend just quitting your 9-to-5 job and going full steam ahead into this. I mean, you can do that, go for it, but I don't recommend it. You still want to have your income coming in so that you can supplement it and then work on your business on the side and then transition into it once your business starts earning more than your job. You might be thinking I'm too old or too young to start this business. Look, age is only a number. Honestly, if you're committed, you have the ability to detail cars, then age doesn't matter at all. You might be thinking I'm not good with technology. That's fine. Look, I teach you how to outsource a lot of the work that's too technical anyway. And most of this is just plug and play. Okay. If you work with me, most of the strategies that I teach you are plug and play. All right. I give you all the resources you need. You might be thinking, what if I can't get clients? Look, this is a good thought to have. What if you can't get clients? If you can't get clients implementing these strategies that I've just laid out in this training, then business isn't cut out for you. I'm sorry. I just have to say it. Like, these strategies are tried and tested. If you can't get clients using these strategies, business isn't for you. Like, you will get clients with these strategies. All right, so here is a free gift. Now, guys, I really appreciate you sticking to the end of this. If you want to stay and watch the case studies, okay, with students that I've worked with, I highly recommend it, okay? You'll get some valuable insights into how we operate and some of the results that these clients are actually getting, okay? So I highly recommend you watch the last part of this training with all the case studies, and super appreciative of you just sticking around. It's just proven, you've proven it to yourself that you can do this, and I can't wait to be working with you. So see you on the inside. Cheers. Can you hear me now?
My man, sure can.
Sweet. Yeah, sorry I'm late, dude.
No, dude, I was late.
Sweet.
I love it when that happens. Hey, like, I realize I'm late to something and I'm all stressed about it, and then the other person's late. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, crack up. So Gabriel, I will do a little interview with you first, and then just ask you a few questions, and then I'll help you out with the Google Workspace afterwards. Sound good?
Man, let's do it.
All right. Thanks for jumping on, man. So I guess let's just start with your name and what you do.
Cool. So my name is Gabriel Garcia. I am a professional detailer and the owner-operator of Invercargo Automotive Detailing.
Sick, dude. And how did you get started working with me?
I got started working with Mr. Aaron Wilton-Jones by checking out his epic TikToks with that funny little GTA sound effect. I thought those videos were so well edited that I was like, this dude knows what's up. And so when I saw that you actually had a course and a training program to help people start their own detailing businesses, I was so excited by the prospect that I was like, finally, this is going to be the guidance and the community and the mentorship that I need to get this idea off the ground. And so I got connected with you, and I've now turned my passion into an income for me and my family, and it's great.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. When did you start? How long ago was that? That was,
It was not long ago at all, which is kind of crazy to think about. I feel like
yeah,
I've been doing it for ages, but it's because I've
yeah.
been doing so much. I only started, bro, I think it was like, was it January this year that I like
January. So
formally,
like three to 4 months we've been working together.
yeah.
And dude, so what were you doing before you started this business?
So before I started detailing, I was in a real liminal space in my life, man. Very much in a transitional area. Like, I prior to detailing, like I had been at university. I was studying law. This was in like 2020. Um, and 2021, like those 2 years, it was like the whole COVID stuff, man. The cost of living got horrendous, and like I had a wife to look after, and just study like with the whole COVID situation, it really wasn't working out. So I came back to my hometown in Ricardo, like got myself a job, thought I was going to enjoy it. It turned to custard, unfortunately. I ended up getting it resolved in the end, but that kind of left me like that and the uni thing, like back to back, like had really shaken my confidence in terms of like what I could do. And, I was feeling a little bit like I was really lacking direction. But I knew one thing, and that was that like, these traditional pathways that I had tried, that they weren't really suitable for me. And I was quite gutted about that for a while. But then when I learned more about detailing and the opportunities that it presents in terms of entrepreneurship, I realized that the same unique skill sets that I have that actually pose a challenge for me in some more traditional workplace contexts are actually huge
Mm.
strengths in an entrepreneurial context. And so then situating myself in such a way that I can leverage some of the awesome programs New Zealand has to like foster and encourage entrepreneurship, to then experiment and try and make my own thing work. With your support and with your guidance and with the guidance of the community, I managed to make something like sustainable, and
Mm.
it's only up from here.
For sure, dude. Nah, it's been awesome to see your progress. What's that process been like for you from like, starting not like almost completely new in terms of like the business side of things to like where you are now? What's that process been like?
For sure. So like I'm still a newbie to being a business owner. It is also the case that I've had like the immense privilege of, again, like, getting your support and your guidance specifically with regards to the business aspect of it. I think it's really, really important, especially in this industry. There's a lot of people that never go from D to E, from detailer to entrepreneur. And one of the
Mm.
things that I've really valued about your mentorship and your guidance and the support that you've given me is that it's been primarily focused on making it commercially viable, charging the right prices, knowing and understanding your true costs, like not lowballing yourself, because the barrier to entry to this business is so low that anybody can get in. But that almost presents a problem because anybody can get in, and a lot of people get in and set themselves up to fail, really, because they don't know how to value their work accordingly. And people get so lost, I think, in the detailing side of it. Whereas the
Mm.
reality is, and something really valuable that you taught me is that like we're not in the detailing business as much as we are in the customer service business. And it just so
Mm.
happens that the way we serve our customers is by detailing their cars. But some people get so fixated on tools, toys, products, technique, that they have
Mm.
no idea how to become profitable. And I think it's amazing that, I got support from you to learn actually, how to clean the car. Fantastic. That's a given. But also how to do it profitably is so important.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome, right? So cool to hear. What have been some results for you? Like, can you speak about some tangible results that you've had? Maybe
Yeah,
some numbers if you feel like sharing. Just any sort
dude.
of results and wins that you've had.
Yeah, absolutely. So because of the position that I'm in currently, like I'm not going to impress anybody by talking about like, total revenue so far, because like I'm still very much at the start of my journey, and the position that I'm in, I have been taking my time. But that's the thing, right? Is one of the wonderful things about being the owner operator is I can take my time. I can grow the business at the pace that I want to grow it at. And the amazing thing about detailing is that it's not only rewarding personally, but it's so financially rewarding that if you already have like a main income stream, this is a great business to start. If you're working part-time, for example, if you already have a main income stream, you really don't need to detail many cars, to really supplement your income and give yourself the flexibility. And when people talk a lot about financial freedom, I think it's the freedom of your time. And that's something that detailing, like that to me is the bigger win, because I'm not chasing out a big bag. I'm chasing more time with my family. Detailing has 100% done that for me. So to give a little bit of context, a number that I think, will be helpful for people. So in doing about like 12 cars, is enough to get like $3,000 worth of income. Right. So, even if you take a month to do those like 10 cars, right? Which I can take that long sometimes if I'm not in a position where I can take on that much work because of my other obligations. If I do 10 cars in a month, an extra $3,000 a month, that's a huge saving grace for a young family like mine. And I think that's something that people really need to consider when starting a detailing business. Is like, it's not all about, well, maybe it is for some people, and that's okay. And Aaron can help you do that for sure. But I know for me personally, it wasn't about making as much money as possible in as little time as possible. It was actually about, buying back a lot of my time with my family and having that flexibility, and then, taking my time to carve a sustainable way forward. And I'm definitely at the start of that journey, but I can see what the end of the road looks like, and it's going great. And I think it's going to be smooth sailing ahead.
Wow, that's awesome, Gabriel. So happy to hear. So would you recommend me and the program and what I'm trying to do out here?
Bro, absolutely, man. Like, I can't even think of a funny way to say like no, but actually yes, or anything like that. No, man, just straight up like 100%. I think anybody who's in a position in their lives where they're maybe lacking a little bit of direction, or they kind of have a passion. You don't even have to be a car guy. This is the funny thing that I love about detailing, man. And this is something I learned very much through your program, is like, um, you know, sometimes automotive communities can be a little bit intimidating, because like, people know all these like vehicle names and, engine literages and, all that crazy stuff, bro. But like, I've always liked cars, but I've never been like a car guy. I don't know how to change my oil. I'll be honest. I take it to a mechanic to do that. You know what I mean? I get it serviced professionally. But what I do know how to do is I know how to make a car look amazing. And that is a profoundly rewarding process. And the fact that you teach people how to do it in a way that's profitable, how to do it in a way that's sustainable, in a way that is realistic as well. You don't make like false, ridiculous promises. Like, it's very grounded in reality, and you very much let your students, and you have definitely with me, like, let me take things at my own pace. And I think that is just such a valuable and rewarding way to learn that. 100% I recommend the school community, and I recommend my man Aaron Wilton-Jones, probably I think the best detailing instructor in, bro, you know what, I might even say I'm gonna say definitely Australasia, and I think for our age demographic, bro, like maybe even the world, like straight up, because you've got like a global reach. You know what I mean? And I think that's epic. Like, and anybody who's considering learning from you, bro, they need to do it now.
Cheers, Gabriel. Super appreciative of your kind words, man. That's awesome to hear, bro.
No worries, man.
Sweet, dude. Appreciate you jumping on, man. How's everything been with you?
It's been good, man. It's been fucking whackers. What about you?
Yeah, good. You've moved to Townsville?
Yeah, bro. It's a lot better here.
Yeah. Sick, man. Dude, so, I mean, we started working together a few months back now, right?
Like months back, man. Like nearly a year by now, bro.
Nearly a year ago now. And you've like moved to a couple different locations
Jumped
since
around,
you started moving. So you've had to start up your business like what, 2 different times now, or 3 separate times?
3.
And how's like each of that, how has that been? Like having to move to different locations? What's that been like for you?
Bro, it's been like a different experience, right? Obviously, jumping from one spot to another, you've got to reset up everything as far as digital goes. But honestly, it's really not that bad. Just pump Facebook ads and you get clients.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen on my story, but yesterday, like, man, I went and detailed a car yard.
Really?
Yeah. It's all thanks to you, bro. All thanks to your course.
What?
Bro, so I've generated over 15K already from this business.
That's good. That's cool, man. I'm stoked that it's working out for you in Townsville. Yeah, that's cool, man. Like, so I guess, like, tell me, like, what else is happening?
What else is happening, bro? Like, everything's improved in life. Like my social, my confidence, my self-worth, mental mindset. Like, I remember when we started, Aaron, like, I was in like a bad place, bro. Like, I was messaging you and like trying to get some advice, and I was just in such a bad spot, bro. But now, like, life's done a full 180 and it's so much better. We're on the way.
That's good to hear, man. I'm stoked. Do you think like I've been able to help you? Like, do you think that has played a big part?
I think definitely, bro, because being able to actually for once buy a program, like buy a partnership with somebody, and for it to be implemented so easily, so quickly, tell you exactly what you need, like you really don't need to know much else, and then to just go out and implement that and start generating some cash.
Yeah.
I guess that's the word of the day, bro. Cash.
Yeah,
always cash.
For sure. Yeah. No, that's awesome, man. I'm stoked to hear. Appreciate that, eh? So you'd recommend the program and what I'm trying to do to anyone else that's starting?
I would absolutely recommend the program. Without buying some kind of program, you're not going to know where to start in car detailing. You're going to end up scratching a client's car. You're going to have the wrong product. The job's just going to be a headache. And having that program makes all the difference. So 100% I would recommend it.
Sweet. Appreciate that, Caden. Legend, bro. Hey, bro. How's it going?
Yeah, good. You?
Good, man. Good. What have you been up to? You today or?
Yeah, working today. Fucking man, I've been getting absolutely hammered. Like, oh, bro, I'm telling you, fuck, I would have done. Oh, shit, probably 70 quotes. I've just no shit, man. I've done probably because they're not all going through the ad. Some of them are commenting on one of the ads. Yeah. And other people are going from the websites through the ads. And yeah, man, I'm just been getting smashed.
Are you turning them into clients though?
Well, I had back-to-back on Monday, and on Sunday I've got an Audi Q7. On Monday I've got something else. I've got heaps of people in the pipeline because me and the missus for ages have been planning to go away for this weekend.
Yeah.
So there was another person I could have squeezed in, but I've messaged him before saying, listen, I can't get you until Monday. Yeah. Monday Arvo. So is what it is, you know.
Oh well, man, it's better to be overbooked than underbooked.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. It's basically all just copy paste. Like, just change the name, you know, change the name on it.
Yeah. For sure. That's the system. Well, bro, I guess like I just want to ask you a few questions, super casual, just about like your journey and you know, how you got to where you are now and everything. So I guess we can just start with your name and what you do. All right.
You want me to go chuck my shirt on?
Nah, you're all right, bro. You're all right. If you want, chuck it on. Like, yeah, if you want to get some marketing out there, go for it.
Give me a second.
Go for it. Oh, yes. Look at that smooth.
Let me just piss off this blur thing. What a haircut too, look.
I noticed that. It looks good, man.
Yeah, it's gone. Yeah. Oh, cool. All right, I think I got it. Yep. All right, sweet. Righty.
So yeah, tell us your name and what you do.
My name's Dylan, and I'm a detailer. And they've been detailing for 6 months, 7 months, something like that.
Yeah,
maybe 6 months. Yeah.
was that was when we started 6 months ago? Was
Yeah.
it? You started working with me around 6 months ago.
Yeah, about 6 months ago. Yeah, something like that.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And what were you doing before that? What?
Warehousing.
You were at
I
a
was in
warehouse,
warehousing before that. Yeah.
9 to 5.
Yeah.
What
9
was-
to 5.
What was the problem? What was your problem before you started with me?
I was sort of like, I've always been into, keeping my cars in pretty good condition, and like I do me and the missus car, and then when I sort of saw, I started watching more and more detailing videos. So I was doing it on my own car, and then without realizing it, I'm buying, I'm buying a buffer, I'm buying, buying a DA, I'm buying polish, I'm buying all this sort of stuff, and then I saw a video, like an ad for one of your training group things, workshop, and told the missus about it. We're on a road trip out to the outback, and the missus said, "Oh, you should do it. You should do it." And I was on the fence. I overthink things a lot, and I'm like, "Oh, I really don't know how I feel about giving up my bread and butter. Like giving up my 9 to 5 job." And I'm sort of glad that you wean into these things. But yeah, no, it's going good, and it's definitely there's a lot less anxiety now.
Yeah, for sure.
Now that I'm doing it, yeah.
What's the process been like for you going from that 9 to 5, jumping into a brand new business, and then just sort of just going all in? Like, what's that process been like for you?
Well, it's definitely been, you open your eyes to things like, like you're not going to work for someone else. You're going to work for yourself. So you want to set up things in a certain way. You want things done in your own way. You're getting used to talking to people, responding with people, because half of it is sales. So you gotta talk, you gotta be, but you don't want to, you sort of want to talk to someone, work out what they need, because sometimes what they ask for isn't what they need. Like I've had some people that have asked for full blown, like deep, clean details, and it didn't need it. So I actually had a customer the other day who wanted me to put a ceramic polish over their car, but it was going into the panel beaters next week. So I said, listen, it's really not worth it. You're going to be wasting your money on that. But no, it's been good. It was a bit of a change, but a change for the better. Being able to, like when I'm doing back to backs, instead of waking up at 4:45 in the morning, I'm waking up at 7:30 in the morning. And then getting home at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I've made twice as 3 times as much as what I would have my other job, so, and, you're not waiting for a payday. You're paid then and there, so it's it's good.
What have been some results for you in terms of, like, have you had some, what have been your biggest days or biggest weeks in the last 6 months?
I did. I had a lady who messaged me. She had these 2 vans. She said that there were 3 vans. She's like, oh, they're just 2 a little bit bigger than the other ones. She made it sound as though they weren't that big. And I got there and these things were just gigantic. These things were huge. Like you'd fit a house in the back of one of these things. And I was there by myself. And I only had the bare equipment, which is proof that you can do it with the bare equipment.
Yeah.
So these weren't normal vans. These were working vans. These were, what were they? Volkswagen transporters. So these are full size big vans. And I knocked them both out. I think it took 8 hours. And how much did I make that day? It was just shy of $1,000, and it was 8 hours. So
That's
I
decent.
think it was. Yeah, I was pretty happy with that. Yeah,
Man. It's a good day.
Yeah.
It's a good day. And you've had like someone like helping you out every now and then. Is that?
Yeah. So I've got an offsider. He sort of comes out. I'm still in the stages of training him, so I'm at the point where I know what I'm doing now. Like I just go through the motions. I get there, and because when you first start doing it, and you're running your own show and your name's on the line, you can get a little bit inside your head. And the best thing is to do is this is actually something my missus told me, my partner told me. She said, just do what you would do and don't overthink it. And the second I started doing that, boom, I started punching out quality jobs. And, I guess it all comes down to now is trying to shave time off. So the offsider comes in, and I've been training him. He's getting better because it can seem like a lot to take on when you're first doing it. But if you break it down, like I break it down to interior, exterior. And when I'm in the interior, back, front, so, but if you're looking at the whole thing and the whole thing looks like it's had the Sahara Desert just dropped on it, it can be a little bit overwhelming, but you get used to it. I did a job yesterday where I saw yesterday, wonderful lady. I did the inside of her car, and it was this was one of my premium services that I did through the inside of this car, and her house was backed up next to a sand dune on a beach. So it's constantly got the sand coming in it. And the sand wasn't the problem. The sand was the pet hair. The problem was the pet hair.
Oh, right. Yeah. Mixed in with the sand.
But, did that. And, so we got the offsider coming in now. And, he comes in when he can and, try and get him on more and more and, pick the speed up a bit. Yeah.
Have you noticed like you've been able to do more cars in one day with him?
Yeah, definitely. When I first started,
it's a training period, right?
Yeah. Well, definitely. And I get that it can be a lot. Like I'll sit there and I'll sort of show him what to do, and the majority of these things is just vacuuming. The majority of it is vacuuming. So like you do that, and then when you're done, do this and this. While you're doing that, I'm going to extract steam. Decontaminate the wheels. I'm going to do all this other stuff whilst you're doing this. So
get him doing the easy jobs that take the longest.
Yeah, he's good with a vacuum now.
Crack up. I've been helping you out with some ads and stuff lately, and like you said at the start, you're getting some leads. So man, that's exciting.
Yeah, definitely. It was like overnight, like it was a lot. Like, you go from, dealing with, I don't know, 10 people a week, because I thought that I could get along with just posting in like Facebook groups. And that's well and good. You get your business, and that's where I was getting my business. But the second you start advertising and doing it the right way, like you set up my campaign, you showed me, you set up my campaign, you set it all up, you got it going, and ever since then, like, because I did it by myself originally, and I think I might have got 2 leads in a week, and then after you set it up, oh god, I would have done. It's probably been going for a week now, and this is only on a small budget of like $20 a day, and I think I've gotten like 80 leads, something like that.
Pretty decent.
I'm pretty happy with it.
Sure. Well, I mean, what would you recommend, like me and like what I've done with you and helped you out? Would you recommend the program?
Oh, definitely, 100%, 100%. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, because anyone can just get a bucket, and I mean, we don't use sponges, but anyone can get a bucket and a sponge and call themselves a detailer. But to be able to do it in a sort of the way that the system that, we can learn through, the workshop.
Yeah.
That's what separates, the boys from the men. That's what separates, your average detailer that's just going to always be forever doing it out the back of their station wagon to someone who's going to have that workshop on wheels like I do now.
Yeah, that's right. You've been able to get your van, buy your van and set it up. You got a full fitted out van now.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Wow, it's
it's definitely.
Like to see, Dylan. Well, appreciate you jumping on this call, man. And just saying, explaining your story.
Yeah, all good, mate. All good. Happy to do it.
Yo, Sam.
How you going?
Good, man. How are you?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad.
That's the one. You been busy?
Actually, I just came back from a job.
Nice.
Yeah, keeping it busy, man.
Yeah.
I'm doing it all. Like, I'm not taking any kind of deluxe clients anymore.
Yeah.
It just doesn't worth it. Everything I'm booking is basically like an ultimate detail.
Nice.
So say 1,000, 1,200, more than enough.
Yeah.
I'm working another 2 days in a week and all of that. That should be fair enough for now. I'm not doing any marketing. I'm not doing anything. Literally exactly how I left it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing it good, man. I'm doing it good.
Cool, man. I appreciate you jumping on this call. I guess I just wanted to, I'm just getting a few of the guys who have done really well, and I just wanted to ask a few questions about your journey and stuff,
Not a problem, man.
Sweet, dude. I guess let's just start with your name and what you're doing now.
Yeah, my name is Sam. I was doing a baker. I've been a baker for the last 4.5, 5 years. I'm still doing it on the weekend. But yeah, I've been jumping on the car detailing business for 5 days a week, sometimes 6 days a week. Just depends how many cars do I have. And yeah, it's been good, man.
Yeah. Where how did you get started working with me? What was that? What was that like?
Look, I used to work 5 to 6 days a week just so I can afford for my family and all these kind of things. I used to travel up to Sydney every single day, back and forth. That's an hour off your day. So if you're just gonna actually calculate it, it's I wasn't even making $22 an hour. But it was I was settled, you know what I mean? It was good, but I don't know, for some reason I was cleaning the car and I saw your ad on Instagram and all this kind of stuff, and you said are you tired from being 9 to 5 job and all of this kind of stuff? I was like, oh, hell yes. I just want to see how it goes, you know what I mean? And I just kind of started to get these kind of gears that you were talking about in your reels and all these things. And I got the steamer, I got the pressure washer, I started learning here and there, and then I got on this website that you send a free DM so you can send us the 16 toolkit so you can start with. I remember that was my first purchase, and I actually got it from you, and I was like, wow. I didn't even, back in the days, I used to think that all these guys are scammers, they just want to take your money and all of that. And I was like, as soon as you sent me that, and it was an invoice with it, and I got your toolkit, and that's actually legit. It was and I followed you from there, and then you used to post every single day and different kind of things about car detailing, and it was I don't know, for some reason I just I'm interested in the cleaning stuff, and it's a good thing to just watch and to keep your car clean. And with the time I was what I can connect with you and see if I can just get somewhere. Yeah. And that's how it started. I contacted you, I think.
Yeah. And then
January.
Yeah, that was around January. So only how long ago was that? That was
around 3.5 months ago.
3.5 months.
Thinking about it today.
We started working together. So before 3.5 months, you didn't have any experience really. You weren't car detailing, and you were working at the bakery 5-6 days a week.
Yeah.
And then where are you? What's the process? What was the process like? To get to where you are now?
Look, I was pretty nervous because I'm this kind of guy, I'm a family man. So basically I got a kid, I got a wife, you're gonna have to look after them. It's just quick flip if you want to live from somewhere to another. Like I just want something that's 100% sure it's going to make me money. It's going to get me settled down. At least if I'm not going to make any money, I'm not going to be broke.
Yeah.
And yeah, for some reason, I just like gathered some money and I talked with you about it. And you said like it's going to be booming and all of that, especially because you were working exactly in the same area that I'm working in at the moment.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'll give it a go. So, yeah, I just like dropped off my shift just to 2 days a week. And then I was working, like I was literally focusing 5 days a week on this kind of thing. And it went well. It's not the easiest thing, but yeah, like with the system that you told me about, like, thank you so much for your help.
Yeah.
With all the system, with all the marketing strategies, with how to talk to customers, and even on the something in your website, it says like for you services, the prices, the kind of list that you need to talk about, the emails, how to reply to customers, like how to prepare yourself really, really well before you're talking to them. You need to practice. It's not the easiest thing to happen, but yeah, like I've been literally copying and pasting whatever you're saying in these kind of emails, and it really, really helped me a lot. Like you just feel confident. You just need some time to practice it with the people, but as soon as you know what he's saying, it's just way easier than it looks.
Yeah.
And like at the end of the day, it's like, as Gabriel says yesterday, it's more of a customer service than actual with the Italian business. As soon as you know how to talk to a customer, they don't even, like you can even leave their car looking dirty and they'll be happy with it.
Yeah.
That's what I've done today.
All about relationships, right?
Exactly. They were just like over the moon with it.
Yeah, for sure, dude. That's awesome, man. I'm stoked to hear. What have your results been like? What have been some big weeks or big days
honest,
that you've had?
Last week was a big week for me. I worked only 2 days. I made around $1,700, $1,800, and it was perfect. I got smashed for these 2 days. I know it was like 12 hours the first day. Second day was like around 12 hours, and that was it. And I was like, I'm more than happy to do that. I just want to have like take another day off so I can jump in and build more about the like take more bookings, know how to deal with the marketing, all this kind of stuff. But like for a 2 days job, like you wouldn't mind having another 3 to 4 days off so you can work on the actual marketing strategy.
Yeah.
For the future, exactly, not going to make big money unless you think big. And I don't know, for somehow jumped on your reel. You says if you want to think as an employee, you're just going to stay as an employee. Like you have only one body. Only one body. You're not going to be able to take the whole job in the world. But as soon as you think more than that, which is like leave some time for yourself, think about how you're going to grow your business. You don't need to take all the kind of cars that you're taking. Just like focus more on the business side. Yeah. That's like a game changer.
For sure, man. That's 100% correct as well. Cheers, Sam. Would you recommend like me and what I've been doing?
100%.
Building?
100%, man. I don't even need to recommend you. Like, just have a look at your Instagram followers. It's like 500,000.
Yeah.
It didn't come from nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So obviously there's a lot of hustling behind that. You've been working day and night. I know it's not the easiest thing to happen.
Yeah.
I'm myself still struggling. I'm still in the beginnings, but I'm loving it just because you can find something from behind it, and like you just need an actual legit people to work with. And yeah, I found this with you, man. I totally recommend you.
Awesome. Appreciate that, Sam. Appreciate that, bro. Send me a message in the WhatsApp. You're in the group now, so just reach out in there or in the community and school. And we'll see. Hopefully we'll see you on the meetings if you're not working.
Exactly.
All right, Sam. I'll talk to you soon, man. Good to hear from you.
No problem, man. You have a good one.
Cheers, bro. You too. Bye.
Yeah, well, my name's Lachlan O'Connor. I'm 23 years of age, and I got into the detailing business maybe about 3 years ago. I started off working for a rental company, and then obviously I saw the potential and just like the amount of money you can earn as a detailer itself was kind of a bit eye-opening seeing those invoices. So I made the move, I think it was roughly like 9 months ago, to pack up at that job and then go off on my own and collect all my equipment. Prior to even being in the car detailing industry, I think, I was an arborist for like 3.5, 4 years.
True.
And then once I finished that up, I was kind of like, this isn't really for me. Like, it is good work, but I kind of saw myself doing something like more on my own, working for myself. And then, bro, I kind of just like stumbled across your Instagram. You're already detailing. And then Yeah, it's definitely like eye-opening, eh? Like once I signed up to that course, I was kind of like, wow, like, people are making crazy money detailing for themselves. So yeah, bro, I just kind of came to the point. I was like, I'm done working for someone, done being someone's slave all day. And then yeah, bro.
For
But
sure,
yeah,
man. It's
dude, it's like,
been pretty cool, like watching your journey go from, I mean, even when you first started, like you were sort of killing it straight off the bat. Didn't take long for
yeah.
you to start getting clients in the door, eh?
Nah, nah. Well, I think it was the first 2 to 3 clients. It was like, I think that was like the toughest period starting up your business, is kind of getting your name out there without any reputation behind you.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, definitely after the first couple of jobs, I was kind of like, all right, like this is definitely going somewhere. And then obviously, like once word of mouth, goes around, that was the starting point where I was like, okay, business is picking up faster than I anticipated. And then, yeah, after that, I think it was more or less like, with your course and that, like posting content, reviews, just like all the little things that actually add up, to actually gain more customers for the longer period.
Yeah.
And then,
That's right, man. Because
yeah,
there's not just one strategy to get new clients. Like you can't just
nah,
do one thing and expect to get a ton of clients. Like there's all these little things that you have to do in order to just get that ball rolling and can keep those customers coming in
oh,
consistently.
yeah, most definitely. I think like that's the other thing is when you kind of go off on your own and work for your own business, is like you're taking the responsibility to market your company and
Yeah.
to, put your face on the face of your company and say, hey, this is me, this is, my work, this is my reputation. And yeah,
Yeah.
like obviously you just want to like strive to be the best. Like like cartooning competition is like somewhat competitive, but
Mm.
not too competitive, you know what I mean? Because I think more or less, and this is the thing I kind of like realize and open my eyes the most, is like when you're detailing, you can go into like certain aspects of detailing. Like you could, master one niche, say like
Mm.
paint correction. That's a
Yeah.
high ticket item. And so, yeah, I think that's what kind of opened my mind is like, if you can do a paint correction once or twice a week, dude, you're pretty much making what an average person on minimum wage would make in a whole month.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude.
And yeah, like it's kind of like you take that, even you're not going to get those jobs all the time, but when you do it, definitely like motivates you and pushes you to like, all right, if I could get 3 of those a week, where will I be in the next 6 months? I'll be laughing, dude.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
not even the aspect of like, you know, the more income, the happier you're going to be. I think it's more or less like that strives because you're putting a name behind yourself. It's like, wow, this guy specializes in paint correction.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then like interior detailing, exterior detailing. Yeah, there's just so many different niches to it as a whole.
Yeah, there are. And then you can get into like paint, PPF as
Paint
well.
touch up. Yeah, bro.
Touch
Yeah.
up, tinting. There's all sorts that can come out of starting a business, right? That's the beauty of it, man. So many more opportunities come from it, and like you just learn a lot. What have been some of the biggest results that you've had? Like name some big days or some big weeks, or even like your biggest month.
Yeah, dude. So I think my biggest day so far would be about 2.5 grand. And
Yeah.
then my biggest week, I think it was like 5 or 6 grand. And then
Yeah.
my biggest month, got a check on it. I think it was like 9.8 10K.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Nice.
But then like obviously you're gonna have those months that you push through 10K, but I'm consistently earning anywhere between 6 to 10K a month. And
Yeah.
dude, like to come out of a job that you've been working an hourly rate, doing the exact same thing. Like obviously, yeah, there is a little bit of a setback that you have to invest into the company yourself, but it's a no-brainer, man. That investment will pay off in the first 4 to 5 jobs, no worries.
Yeah, for sure. Would you rather work hard at a 9 to 5 and be sick of it? Or would you rather work hard on your own business and eventually it actually makes you more money? Like there's those initial stages of starting anything, right? There's that learning stage where you're overwhelmed by all the amount of work that needs to be done, all the tasks, and you're not like seeing results like directly, as opposed to just going to a 9 to 5 and earning your paycheck straight after that week. You're not seeing those results week and those first few months, right? It takes like maybe 3, 6 months, maybe even a year before you can really get that consistency coming through. And you're like, oh shit, I'm earning like 10K a month now. And like you could never have done that in a 9 to 5 working 40 hours, right?
Oh, most definitely, Brian. Yeah. Like you're saying, it's just the aspect is like, there is that kind of urge in the back of your head is like, is this going to work out? Is this going to fail? But I think that's with any business owner in any industry as a whole. It's like, it's just like, you kind of have to take that leap. I think it was the first 1 to 2 months I was pretty slow, but that's just like any new business, man. You got to take your foot out the front door and put your name out there and be like, this is what I do. And I think that's the other thing, bro, is like with car detailing in particular, it's content. Like videos and photos show the end results of your work. And that's what you want to be doing. You want reviews, you want to take content.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't think you could ever, build up a car detailing company without that image that you have behind
exactly. It's such a visual like service that we offer. You can see the results, like you said, and content's huge, man. It just proves authority in your ability as well, like with your business. If someone clicks on an ad, for example, right, and it's come from your Instagram, they go back to your Instagram page and they don't see any active posts, or they don't see a story, or they don't see any highlight reels, of reviews. It's kind of like that trust just decreases. Whereas if you come onto an Instagram page and it's just like active reels, posts, the trust is just going to skyrocket.
Yeah, most definitely. And I think that's the main thing that I've kind of realized within car detailing is like, from the beginning to now, it's like I have people calling me out from other clients like, oh, you did so-and-so's car, we want to book you in. And it's kind of like, once you reach that point that people are actually passing your name on, it's kind of like, all right, I've built a good reputation up for myself. I've got, the video and images to show for it. And then it's pretty much like, I think it's gotten to the point for me that I'm genuinely going to employ someone full time. I've got so much work coming up. And then it's like the other thing is like, obviously when you start by yourself, you're working by yourself. But once you get someone else to help you, like I had the bro help me a couple times, and dude, it makes everything 2 times faster.
Yeah.
Like, interior, dude, I'd probably spend 2.5 hours if it's a full deep clean on a car. And now interior takes about an hour max.
Yeah, you get better at your processes, and if you have a team, if you have 2 guys working on one car, get it done way faster.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. It's definitely like scale my company. That's the end goal, is to have a group of employees, get a nice little warehouse set up, and just go from there.
Yeah,
so, yeah, bro.
That's awesome, man. So, bro, would you recommend like me what I'm doing, the program, the course, and everything?
Yeah, 100%, man. Like, definitely, I kind of was a little bit hesitant when I first saw the course, and then I was like, said, fuck it, I'll just do it.
Yeah.
And then definitely best investment, bro. Like, you're always there, phone call away. I think I've had like a couple sit shows I was on cars, and I was like, dude, like, what the hell do I do here? And it's like, I just knew that I could call you, bro, and you'd tell me straight away, which is good. And just alone, bro, like the community as a whole, like super good bunch of people in there, like always willing to help each other out. Just like school in general, bro. It's like seeing each other win, and it's kind of like motivating.
It does,
and like that inner circle, bro. It's like, I think without that community, I think I wouldn't have the strive I do to actually continue detailing. Because I think I got to like a point. It's like the first month or two, and I was kind of like, all right, like I'm making money, but I'm not making hella good money. And it was kind of like, do I just risk it all and put all my effort and time into the business, or I can just go back to the rat race? And I had a hard think, and I was like, dude, I'm definitely not going back to the rat race. It's not for me. One, I hated waking up super bloody early to go to work. Get home to peak traffic, bro. And these days, I usually, if it's a real bad car, I'll probably tell the client I'll be there at 8 in the morning. But if it's not too bad and I can do it in like 3-4 hours, I won't start work to 10, bro. Be home at 2 o'clock in the harbour. And I'm cruising.
Crazy.
But obviously some days are different. You're gonna have like busier days than others. But yeah, I think it's more or less the flexibility that this has allowed me as a whole. It's like, you know, I work for myself and kind of arrange my calendar for the week ahead. And then I know, all right, I'm working 3 days out of 7 next week.
Yeah.
And you know, like a lot
you
of
can work
people
on
kind
other
of
things. You
like,
got your hobbies, you got other maybe little side hustles that you can be building up as well. Time to work
most
on the
definitely.
on the business as well. So you've got all this other time to dedicate to becoming
most
better.
definitely. It's more or less just like how free you are, not being like locked in, committed to, you know, like another boss and company itself. It's kind of like you're your own boss in a way. You're definitely going to push it to make money, but it's the flexibility I like, man. Like,
For sure.
just not having that worry of like waking up and you know, when you're like, oh, I don't feel like working today. It's kind of like, oh, I make that call. Like, I don't actually have to call someone up and be like, hey, bro, I'm crook. Sorry, can't come today.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's more or less like once I joined your community, bro, it's definitely like eye-opening. It's just like everyone in there, like Gabriel and that, you can ask him anything, bro. And I literally think Gabriel takes 2 minutes max to reply to
Yeah,
any
he's
message
so
that
good, eh? He's the most knowledgeable guy I've ever met, bro. He knows more about car detailing tools, equipment, and the process. He knows more about it than me, for sure.
Yeah, 100%, bro. And like, I think it was the other morning, like, I like how flexible he is, bro. Like, I think it was like 1:30 or 2, and one of the guys from America had a question, and boom, bro, he replied straight away. And I was like, dude, what the hell? Like, do you ever sleep? But no, it's epic. It's epic to have, you know, that type of crew within the community. It's like motivating, like especially with Gabriel's knowledge, bro. You literally ask him anything and he'll give you in-depth paragraph on what to do or what you need to look at. And yeah, it's just super helpful, bro. I think like I've joined like a couple other detailing communities that were like advertised, but they weren't like paid for, just free groups. But you know, they're kind of just plugging in their Instagram reels, Instagram content, YouTube content. Then what they maybe do 1 or 2 live sessions a month, but I don't think you can actually interact with them. You just have to sit there and listen. So like with your course and like your community, bro, it's like everyone's like so welcoming, and you're just like, yeah, it's pretty much like one big family, bro.
Yeah, it's awesome. I appreciate that, Lockie. Cheers, brother. I appreciate you for jumping on this call and just